Hi, I'm Terri with Prepped and Polished in South Natick, Massachusetts. Thanks for joining me today. When the new SAT rolls out in 2016, one of the biggest differences from the current SAT will be the essay. For example, students will have 50 minutes rather than 25 minutes to construct the essay. The essay will appear at the end of the exam rather than at the start, and the essay will be optional, although recommended. The focus of the essay will be dramatically different than the current essay. Students will know the prompt in advance, basically to critique an author's persuasive essay, and the key variable will be the provided source text or passage. It's important to note that students will not be asked to offer an opinion about the topic of a passage. Instead, students will be expected to analyze how an author constructed an argument, used evidence, and styled ideas to persuade an audience. Now let's look at a sample prompt related to a passage about light pollution entitled "Let There Be Dark" by Paul Bogard. First, you'll be instructed, as you read the passage below, consider how the author, in this case Paul Bogard, uses evidence such as facts or examples to support claims, reasoning to develop ideas and to connect claims and evidence, and stylistic or persuasive elements such as word choice or appeals to the emotion to add power to his ideas expressed. Then you have to write an essay in which you explain how Paul Bogard builds an argument to persuade his audience that natural darkness should be preserved. In your essay, analyze how Bogard uses one or more of the features listed in the box above, or features of your own choice, to strengthen the logic and persuasiveness of his argument. Your written response or analysis will be evaluated on a scale of 1 to 4 on 3 separate traits: reading, analysis, and writing. Today I'm going to share some insider tips with you on how to get your best score possible on each of those 3 traits. First, let's look at how to master the reading score. So to aim for a 4 on your reading score, you would want to demonstrate comprehension of the passage, your understanding of central ideas, important details, and their interrelationship. In other words, a clear understanding of the author's thesis and how it's supported. You'd want to demonstrate accuracy and representation of the source text. You don't want to have any errors of fact or interpretation. And you would want to use textual evidence, quotations, and paraphrases to demonstrate your understanding of the passage. For example, Paul Bogard, the author, effectively uses a personal anecdote to lead the reader to his position, and then he quickly goes to his thesis statement. You would want to use textual evidence like this quotation to support your claims. Here's the quote. "At my family's cabin on a Minnesota lake, I knew woods so dark that my hands disappeared before my eyes. I knew night skies in which meteors left smoky trails across sugary spreads of stars. I worry that we're rapidly losing night's natural darkness before realizing its worth, and too little darkness, meaning too much artificial light at night, spells trouble for all." You would want to incorporate that into your analysis. Now let's look at how to aim for a 4 on your analysis score. Here's an area where you can really shine. Let me show you how. First, you need to focus on relevant features of the text to evaluate the author's use of evidence, reasoning, and/or stylistic and persuasive elements, and/or features chosen by you, the student. And of course, you have to provide support for your claims or points that you made in your response. Here's some examples. You would want to show evidence. For example, you could discuss how Bogard skillfully uses statistics and evidence from authoritative sources, like the American Medical Association or the World Health Organization, to add legitimacy to his claim that too little darkness spells trouble for all. You would definitely want to show how he builds his argument step by step about the irreplaceable value of darkness. He discusses the human need for darkness, how it wards off cancer, sleep disorders, and health issues. You would want to discuss his word choice and stylistic elements. For example, he uses imagery. He compares light pollution to the effects of a bulldozer to illustrate its destructive potential. And you would definitely want to mention how he uses a strong conclusion. He revisits the anecdote that was in his introduction that I showed you about admiring dark nights as a youth. And he creates an appeal to younger readers who may now fear that opportunities to view true darkness are diminishing. The writing score encompasses all the writing, grammar, and punctuation skills that you've acquired through school. Now you can put them to good use. Let me show you the most important elements that will help you gain a 4 on your writing score. Students must demonstrate skill in writing by providing a precise central claim. In other words, did the author successfully persuade his or her audience? Creating an effective organization or progression of ideas, successfully employing a variety of sentence structures, using precise word choice, maintaining an appropriate style and tone, and showing your command of the conventions of standard written English. Here's a bonus tip for you. Because the prompt is largely the same from test administration to test administration, students can prepare by developing the underlying reading, analysis, and writing skills measured on the exam. How do you develop these skills? Well, read text that examines ideas, debates, trends, and the like in the arts, the sciences, and civic, cultural, and political life. Editorials are a great place to start. If you liked these tips that I showed you today, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or you want more in-depth tutoring, either online or in person, simply email info@preppedandpolished.com and we'll be glad to help you. Good luck.